Are you feeling now from the phone? Yes, I am very nice. I have forgotten the phone. I am used to fall down a lot of time.
No. You can't say you're used to falling down.
Going.
Hello, Andrew. Can you hear me?
Yes, Nikki. Greetings, everyone. Good to see you, Dr.
Greetings.
Colosso.
Andrew.
Good to see everyone here.
Meet you, Andrew.
Wonderful.
Pleasure, Andrew.
Mutually so.
Yes.
Cheers.
Come tell us who are we?
How are you? Good.
We are fine.
Okay, so because everybody's pressurized for time, when we say 5 o'clock, then we start at 5 o'clock. So I did send the agenda. So Franca will start off the meeting, and then everybody has a chance to introduce themselves. If you can, please put your camera on so everybody can see everybody, and we can take a picture or two. Thank you so much. Okay, Franca, over to you.
Okay. I will read these few words. Hello, President Nikki, and all of you, dear ambassadors present here.
Are you recording? I'm sorry, are you recording this? We need to record this to make sure. Nikki, are we recording this for our documentation?
Yeah, if you just give me one moment, please. I want to do the recording. Okay, we're going to start recording now. Thank you.
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay.
There we go.
Can I go? Ciao tutti. I will, ciao. I will introduce a few words to say that it is important for all of us to take on responsibility to make our NGO grow. We have come here precisely to accept the ethical rules that underlie the success of GPLT, for which Nikki, Joseph, Mark, together with Martha and all the others, have done their best. As you know, we are in the transparency register of the European Commission, to which we must give an account both internally and at the end of the year. It wasn't easy to be part of it and to be registered on Europe, especially due to the lack of a budget. So fundraising is essential, and Mark is doing a good job. As a temporary member, UN ECOSOC, I am setting myself the goal of allowing GPLT to enter as well, and having been invited to UN UNDESA Geneva, I hope to be able to physically go there at the end of November. But more important is being able to participate at COP28, for which I am activating all my energies until September 12th, the deadline for registration. In summary, I leave a short feedback here. I think it is to let the ambassadors realize the importance of their role in real terms and to be effective in practical ways in implementing the ideals that Global Peace Let's Talk aspires to do so. So, in my opinion, it is making the ambassadors take their role seriously with accountability. Few words to say, it's important today, and Nikki will present us the importance of the MOU MOU, the MOU for the ethical system in which we are, Global Peace Let's Talk. A few words if you want other explication, but I'm waiting from you. Thank you, Nikki. A very short presentation.
Thank you so much, Franca. Okay, there's a new member here, so I think let's all take a moment to introduce yourselves. So I'm going to start with Cynthia. Would you like to just share a little bit about yourself? Cynthia, can you hear me?
I can help Cinzia because she speaks French. Cinzia Baravini I will present all the people here. Cinzia Baravini, who was working today, she stopped to be present here. She's a poet, but above all, a good poet in truth in Italy, but she organizes festivals here and very interesting things. She does a lot of humanitarian issues and so on. Cinzia is from Italy, Rana from Egypt. She works for TV, and she can introduce herself because she can speak English as well other people here. Cinzia Rana, sorry. Could you introduce yourself?
Hello, good evening, everybody. It's me, Rana Mustafa from Egypt. I am a TV presenter and writer. I do write a monthly column in the Egyptian newspapers. I had a lot of participation in many NGOs during the last 10 years. That's all. I'm so glad to be with you and nice to meet you all. Thank you so much.
Okay. Others, Milidas or Ekram, who wants to speak? Do you want to introduce yourself, Ekram? Audio.
Hello? Have we introduced everybody? Yul is here. Yul, would you like to say about yourself, please? Yul?
I will introduce Ekram. Ekram is from Cairo.
Okay.
She's a researcher, a PhD. Recently, she studied a lot of fish as a PhD. She is a researcher together with her husband, Omer. So she's an expert also about water problems. And I read something last days in groups. She's a very active woman, also about mental health. Is it okay? And mental health problems. So she's attending a lot of humanitarian issues and so trying to solve problems. Okay. There is a Reverend Batti, who can you introduce? Ciao, how are you in Dubai? Are you fine? He's in Dubai. So, can you introduce?
Nowadays, nowadays in Dubai, I will stay here till October 17th. Thereafter, I will move to my destination, Canada. So I am here with my family. I'm with my daughters.
Thank you, Mark.
Next, Milidas. Thank you, Reverend Bob. Milidas, could you introduce yourself, or do you prefer I do this? Milidas.
Hello, I am on the road. Okay, I am coming just after 2 or 3 words. Okay. Okay.
India.
Okay.
Milidas is a poet and educator, I think. She lives in India. Maybe she's on the streets because we hear a lot of noise coming. So she has problems to talk, probably. Okay. Andrew, I didn't, this is the first time I meet you. Millie, sorry.
And now I'm going to home. After that, I'll share my answer. Okay. Now I am on the road. Okay. I'm going to home. Within a few minutes, I'm coming. Okay. Okay. I am with you. I am with you. I am listening. Okay.
Thank you. Come. Andrew, good evening. Nice to meet you this first time.
Well, greetings. Thank you so much. I'm in Los Angeles, California. I'm joining you from there, but I have a footprint in Africa as well. In August 2020, I was inducted as a prince of the Igbo Palace in Accra, Ghana, representing all the Nigerians in Ghana. And later that month, I was inducted as a prince in the Akan Kingdom of the Ivory Coast. But I'm here in Los Angeles, and I'm proud to accept the responsibility for representing Global Peace Let's Talk in the United States and throughout all of its territories around the world. Thank you.
Welcome. There is a Dr. Jyotirmaya. Thank you.
Welcome.
Can you introduce yourself here? Dr. Jyotirmaya, can you hear me? Oh.
I don't think she can hear you.
This is a film, a beautiful film. Anyway, Dr. Jyotirmaya, I do so is has published. I don't remember 32 or 36 books. She's a English teacher. She taught in the past English at the university, if I am not wrong. And she's from India, but she lives in London. And she is a wonderful ambassador. And thank you so much for coming. There are other 2 or 3 ambassadors who couldn't come, I know. One is Mazen from Lebanon. I hope he could come in a while, I don't know. And the 2 others, Milida, Maja Milošević from Serbia, and Trampen from Vietnam, are traveling. So there is a problem today I am sorry, Nikki, but they are traveling one year, I don't know. That's why they are not here. All our ambassadors are wonderful. Each one has a history, particular history, of especially in literature field, in humanitarian field, and so on. So each of them are a particular, are special. Each of them is special for us. And I would like to let you know you should sign the paper Nikki has sent me to the paper. You know, some of you told me you have already signed that paper. For example, Rana, Jyotirmaya, if I'm not wrong, all. And I am wondering who didn't, because I sent all of you, and if you have any problem about the interpretation of the MOU, I have sent you the same document. The article I've introduced in the beginning, no? Maybe Dr. Jyotirmaya wasn't here, just a few words. I have told this exactly. We have come here precisely to accept the ethical rules that underlie the success of global peace. Let's talk, for which Nikki, Joseph, Mark, together with Martha and all the others, have done their best. As you know, we are in the transparency register of the European Commission, to which we must give an account, both internally and at the end of the year. It wasn't easy to be part of it and to be registered on Europe, especially due to the lack of a budget. So fundraising is essential, and Mark Soro is doing a good job. As a temporary member UN ECOSOC, I am setting myself the goal of allowing Global Peace Let's Talk to enter as well. And having been invited to UN Geneva, I hope to be able to physically go there at the end of November. But more important is being able to participate at COP28 in Dubai, for which I am activating all my energies until September 12th, the deadline for registration. In summary, I leave a short feedback here. The same Dr. Jyotirmaya has sent me. I think it is to let the ambassadors realize the importance of their role in real terms and to be effective in practical ways in implementing the ideals that Global Peace Let's Talk aspires to do. So in my opinion, it is making the ambassadors take their role seriously with accountability. This short phrase was sent to me by Dr. Jyotirmaya, and I agree with you. We should work in synthesis. All this it means we should do something, each of us, to let grow Global Peace Let's Talk. So, for example, Marco Soro is doing a good job for fundraising, and he can explain what is a success, the successes reached, the goals, and everything. If any one of you wants to interview, you are welcome. Thank you. Marco Soro. My English is Italian one, so sorry. Yes.
No worry.
No, we understand very well now.
We are getting the message. The message is home.
One thing, can I talk for a minute?
Yes.
Okay. So what about, I have sent already that my paper and documentation signed by me and by Nikki. What is the updates of my papers? I have sent already, I think 1.5 months ago. There is a brief biography and something like that. And I filled those papers. Those are in my other computer in Canada. Have you seen that, Nikki? I think so. You got that already. Ethics and something like that. Hi, Nikki.
Mark, if you're asking me a question, I'm battling a bit with sound. My speaker's not working very well, so I need to apologize for that. So I
Okay.
didn't quite hear what you asked me to do. What was the question?
I already sent my papers and documents signed by me.
Yes, please. I need you to share that that video clip that you did. But before you do that, I just want to say thank you to everybody that you went through the MOU. And there was a lot of detail on the MOU. So what I'm saying is not everyone can do everything. You will work through that and you will put your own specialized skill to add to the Global Peace Led Talk brand. One of the most important things is if you have an idea or you'd like to do something, please share it. Because at the end of the day, it is the ambassadors of the brand of Global Peace Led Talk. It's your voices and your ideas that's going to feature most prominently. So you have full open doors to say, what about this? What about that? What if we adjust this? An idea specifically for funding, because the ambassadors are carrying the weight actually of all our members, mostly in Africa, but definitely not only Africa, because Europe is also going through a very, very difficult time and poverty is just increasing. So if we have a project that can stretch out, for example, one project that's not just for one specific country, but a project that can be initiated in many countries, then we need to get funding to be able to get these projects off the ground, because we want to make a difference. By the end of the year, we would very much like the ambassadors to say, look what we managed to achieve. And nobody is asking for miracles and things that are out of our reach. It's the smaller things that we do that make a difference. So your experience and your expertise are what matters most. Your guidance. Franca herself is a very, very passionate believer in community togetherness. Her heart really sits with environmental issues. And this project under Franca's wing with the ambassadors is going to be the driving force to impact, to make a difference. We want to support the Sustainable Development Goals. Andrew is very strong on that. He'll be able to add ideas and guidance. Even if by the end of the year we can say, out of the 5 things we did, all 5 were successful. That's what we want. So in terms of fundraising, Mark is carrying the flag for that. Your support is greatly needed. If Mark's going to share a video clip that he made, it's the first proof. It's not the final one. We'd like to hear your comments and suggestions to that, because in the next month coming up, we want to do a full drive now on getting the funding so we can get some projects off the ground. So Mark, thank you. You can show the clip now.
Thank you, everyone. Good evening. Yes, I'm Max Soro from Kenya, and I'm happy to meet everyone on board. Yes, since I joined Global Peace Let's Talk, I'm really inspired, and I'm thrilled of the prospects we are making. And the questions we should ask ourselves is that what problems do we want to address, and who do we want to reach, and why? Currently, we have the 17 SDGs which we like to fundraise for, and especially we have the 9 alliances, the 8 which are known, the 9 will be introduced, the 9th alliance. So we would like to work as a team. Let us work as a team, like the 3 stones which are being used to cook. You see, all the 3 stones that are supporting the pot. So if one is missing, the 2 cannot work. So let us bring our heads together and see, when we are reaching these people in the rural community, what language will we use so that this thing sinks inside them? And as ambassadors team, we would like to ensure that we should ensure that grants makes positive social change on the ground in a manner that allows true learning to happen and positive relationship to develop in the process. There's a video that I came up with. We developed it with my son, who is doing fine arts in the University of Kenyatta. And we need a lot of support. We have like our clinic is situated deeply in the heart of the slum in Kisumu. And you see these children, most of them come into my clinic just to do their homework, because you find most of the children come from the single parents. Most of the children come from the commercial sex workers. Sometimes they are sick, and you feel, being a single parent, you know how it feels. And in the slum, the population is quite wide. When the disease strikes, it spread like a bushfire. So these children, most of the time, like the time I came from Europe, I cried in their arms. They received me well, and they received me with open arms, and I felt it. And if we can do something for these children and see what we can promote, like, in the slums, most of the children and most of the people are associated with the crimes. And we want to come up with education to get these children out of the slums. Education is the only equalizer that will make these children come out of the slums. We need to get the engineers, we need to get the doctors, we need to get the lawyers from the slums. And we have like an organization, we have the 6 pillars that our organization is anchored. We want to do the quality education, access to quality education, access to quality healthcare, because these children sometimes, when they fall sick, they don't have anywhere to go. Being that even the clinic we have in the slum, it's a very small clinic, and the children are so many, and they don't have a place to read. They don't have a place to do their homework. Sometimes they go without even food. But this thing, sometimes it warms my heart, because they always express their true self of them. And as I finish, I will share with you the clip. It's 1 minute and 47 seconds. We are appealing for each one of you. Somebody who can come up with the linkers, with the donors, to make us do. Currently, as executive director of the fundraising, I have 26 concepts and proposals which we would like to implement in the rural community and the urban slums in Kenya. And we will also want to unite all the alliances across the globe so that we can replicate this like mental health. Mental health cuts across. It goes globally. It cuts across. Like food security, it's something that cuts across. Health, it cuts across. Education cuts across. Climate change cuts across. Welfare of the rural and urban slums, this thing also cuts across. And I was really, really happy when my children from the slum, they featured in the peacekeeping music in Haiti. And this thing really, my eyes were wet when I saw them dancing. And it really encouraged me that if we can train a child in 2 hours to do something and they did an exemplary work, what of if we can do it daily or on a weekly basis? They can do wonders. So we have a lot of things to do to put in place. I'm really happy for this great opportunity we have got from you. And as I'm going to share the video, kindly let us have each one of us at heart. Let us give, let us connect, let us work together to create an impact to the rural community. And I know and I believe in you that without you, we can't do it. But with you, we will do it. Andrew, I know and I believe I've met you in different forums, and I know we will make it together. Yes.
I get around. I want to also commend you and bring to your attention the fact that in Kenya, you're also the home to the United Nations Habitat. Nairobi, Kenya is head of the United Nations activities throughout all of Africa. Into the chat, I'm going to put a link to the new Urban Agenda Illustrated Toolkit. So it allows all people around the world to understand what we're dealing with and how to best impact the local communities that we're working with. And I am calling upon you to help me to also expand the activities of an organization called the United Nations Global Compact. It is now headed up by Sanda Ojambo, who is from Kenya. And her challenge is to increase membership, focusing on the Sustainable Development Goals. So I look after this to work with you to connect all of our work with the United Nations Habitat in Kenya, since you're there, but also the United Nations Global Compact around the world. Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you. This is a breakthrough, and we'll do Jambo Mingi. We'll do a lot. So I'm sharing the video. Thank you, Franca, for spearheading everything. Thank you, Dr. Nikki, for your auspicious support. Yes. And the team, we are really amazing. The only thing we need to do is just to believe in ourselves. Nothing is impossible. And we will do a lot because as I can see, it's only, I've been with the GPLT barely 4 months, but at the speed we are moving on with, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Every day I meet new faces, bright faces, people with a vision and mission. And together we'll make a difference, and let us touch the lives of the people in the rural community. And you will see the way people are suffering. The same water the cows drink and peas in is the same water the people in the rural community are taking. So if we can do something together to avert this, we will change the lives. Let us give a smile, that broad smile from ear to ear to the common man in the rural community. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Rana, thank you so much. Ekram, thank you so much. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, Akur, Maya. I'm really thrilled for your support. We'll do a lot. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Blessing.
Oh,
So
hello.
if
This
you,
meeting. Can I talk?
but there is a problem. Climate change is the biggest, the most important one. Because in my vision, I think humans are stupid. If they go on destroying the only planet they live in, this is the biggest problem. Being more than 8 billion, I've written this comment right today. Without a serious policy, they live in difficult conditions, using more than yes. This is real problem. If we don't the control of birth, we don't solve any problem. Because, for example, in Italy, we have one kid for a family, maximum 2, difficult 3. Imagine in Asia, I have written this. In Asia, it's terrible. No, I don't talk about Africa now. But this is the emergency because they will increase. Imagine a colony of insects. What happens if the insects become more and more and more? They kill each other. That's it. This is the problem. In the last century, it was like 1 million at the end of 18th, if I am not wrong, 1 billion, sorry, milliard in Italy, billion of humans. The revolution has brought these consequences, also medicines and so on. Imagine now we are 8 billion. 8 billion. What happened? Imagine if, in the 15 years what will happen. I think this is the end of humanity, not only of Europe, of Africa, of altogether. Pandemic, a new crisis in the States. So told me my daughter, I don't know in Texas, maybe you know better than me, Andrew. This is the emergency. Pandemic is like the pestilence in Egypt. You know in ancient times where some evils coming. So water problems. First emergency. No climate change will change also peace in this world. This is the first, in my opinion, if we really want to achieve peace, we have to change our behavior. I am anti-consumistic. Since I was young, I know consumism men are corrosive. And the cars and the pollution and so on. So all people want the same of European, Western, have destroyed the world. I am a Western because contagious, like illness. I wanted the smartphone, I want this, I want that. Also desire. It's a chain, endless chain. So what happens in this world? I am very, very worried because peace is conditioned by water, by desertification, by food, and so on. And the climate change will change. Is changing. No, will change. It's changing this world. If we can do something in this direction, it could be maybe hope for the young generations, not for me, for young. I have just a niece, sorry, a granddaughter, but there are people with 10 grandkids and so grandchildren. We should change our habits, recycling, and
Passport
doing
मैडम रख लो सोनिया ने
individual. It becomes from a family, from kids. We should teach this. We should teach. First of all, first also of any religion, how our religion is.
मैं आता हूँ मैं खाऊंगा अभी नहीं अभी ठहर के चलो ठहर के खा लेंगे कार पे
This
Okay.
is my idea. I think climate change could kill humanity forever, like dinosaurs. Easter Island. We will become Easter Island in the universe. But I hope no. But this is my fear. I want to tell you we should do something individually. Recycling this, that, and so on. Finish. If anyone, what do you think, Nikki? I am obsessed maybe by this climate change because it's my obsession. I see in Italy what is happening. Not so in the past. I swear, it changed so much. Okay, bye.
If I may take this opportunity, last year I made a commitment to Global Peace Let's Talk to focus on climate change because it is in fact impacting everyone on Earth, but it is also unfortunately impacting those places where you can see on the map that are orange or red most adversely. And unfortunately, if you see at the map at the bottom, places where they're the lightest countries are the very same countries. So Nikki and others, I'm asking us to pay attention to ways that we can engage with existing work that's targeting these specific areas that we ourselves are focusing on. So I created this document. I'll share it with you in the group, and let us find ways that we can begin to engage all of our networks with a common purpose to address climate change, because we only have one Earth.
I agree with you. We have only a planet, not a choice, no choice. So I've studied 2 years during the 2 years of the pandemic. I've studied too much this problem in e-learning courses and so on. That's why I'm really worried, because I have understood that in a short time things changed very quickly. Not because of their, like the Trump's theory, no? People who don't think about this, they think about the problem, an inner problem of the earth, equinox processions and so on. Normally we had eras in the past with the glass with ice, the very hot temperature. But this time is the anthropocentric. Anthropocentric, it means the fault is of man. In fact, during the pandemic, the no pollution, for example, in Italy, no, the North Italy has this problem, a big pollution with cancer and a lot of during the pandemic, all closed, no cars. I should buy a car. I am stressed. What to buy? What to do? In Italy, a lot of cars, too many cars. Because no bus, no public service, no public transportation. This is a solution, for example. But all the people, they cannot go, for example, shopping. How can do they go? And so in Cairo, for example, no, Cairo is in Cairo, big confusion, traffic, and so I became crazy when I came to Cairo. How could you live there? Anyway, in Italy, also big confusion of cars, too many, pollution. And we have to solve this problem. How to do? This is a nice thing. The water problems, for example, it's a consequence of effetto serra. I don't know the term in English. Serra effect, no, for the sound, anidride carbonica, and so on. Let's see what to do. Each of us can do a small thing. Each of us can do something.
Raina has her hand raised.
Hi, can I talk?
Permaculture. I remember you. Permaculture. I have some projects, Nikki, but no time. I am commenting all the day in 12, 20 groups, WhatsApp. For example, I have a project for women, slides, PPT, or for climate change. I've written a lot, so I can write for a project proposal. A lot, but I need the time. The time is my obsession too. The second obsession, time. Where is time? My time.
So could Raina has her hand raised. Can she speak, please? Raina, can you unmute yourself? Thank you.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Yes, I have a comment on the climate change. I have an idea. Why don't we suggest to initiate a campaign for daily use of common people, how to use in a healthy way to control the climate change through infographics or videographs or on the website of the GPLC through awareness, small sentences, awareness sentences. What do you think?
Yes, yes, and yes. Also, just to let you know, I put into the chat NWN.TV. We actually have a channel where if you produce content, we can reach a wider audience, Raina. So I did put my contact information in the chat. If you email me yours, then we can proceed. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I have a question. Hello. Nikki?
Yeah, please go ahead, sir. You can go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Andrew. You gave a very marvelous talk for the climate change. And in 2007, I attended a conference at United Nations, climate change and its impact on us. That was a wonderful conference, but I have seen and observed what are the resolutions were passed there. Those are not implemented. Because if you see one part of the world that their population is going very fast. So if we cut down that not population by the way to kill the people, the way how we can reduce our climate change and resources with that population. Since if we go to that Asian country, there's a lot of population is growing very fastly. So I don't know what will be happening with the United Nations, and they have a sufficient funds to educate the people that they should have a population families just like the sources they have. So because when there is a population, there will be more petrol will be used, more carbon will be used, more wastage will be grow up, and this might be a reason for how we change, how we will impact. Its impact on us is not good, because health is going very worse day to day. Thank you. Are you clear with my what I told?
Very clear. Very clear. Thanks for your contribution, please.
Good. Because you see that in underdeveloped countries, there's a lot of population. So we have to control on this way. So thank you so much.
Dr. Coloso or Nikki, what's the next item on the agenda?
We can't hear you.
Should I speak?
Please
Through
go right
my
ahead.
experience, yes?
Go right ahead. Thank you.
Yeah. I come from India, so I am working with an NGO known as AKP Healing, and we work in very rural areas, tribal areas, because the tribal people are still living the way they used to live, with a lot of modernity. What happens is still they are cooking on with the bark, and they use the wood, and they cut trees. Now, with cutting of trees, you need, because of that, deforestation takes place. But that's the way they live. And they still live the way because they cannot afford gas. And they could never, or buy coal. Even coal is very expensive. So they go on cutting. So what we do as NGO, we go on planting. So this year, to 2023, our target was 1,000 trees, but that is not going to suffice. We need the attention of the government in these areas. We cannot change their way of living because there is, as we know, there is lack of employment. Education, even though given freely, they have a lot more of addiction, a lot more way of life in which drink is a must, and a lot of drugs coming in very cheap because they make it from very local things, and in youth they get married. So it's rather a problem to change them despite free education till 10 or O level. Now, when we compare that, we suggested that there should be green zones. Like in England, where I live, in Sevenoaks, it's a green zone. And 70% is where I live is forest, woodlands. And no one, when I mean no one, even the council cannot make houses unless they get a prior permission. And they have to prove that building is important. Like there are schools getting up, grammar schools, lack of grammar schools. So they have to apply, and it goes through the government. So I being aware of these Western ways of keeping the impact, although destroyed by them in many ways, our sea and everything, I put it back because we can learn from each other how to go about it. As everyone said, we are one. The COVID proved, the plagues proved, every time it proves that we cannot be isolated and think that our wealth is going to be enough. No way. We have to think globally, and that's the only way. Education, I do agree, but there are many skills that can be developed. In India, what I found very enterprising when I went there was there were technical schools. And these technical schools were based on the development of the country through not maybe many of them are failures. Not all of them can do A level and O level and go to university. So what we can do, pick up and choose these children or people who are failures in the academically, but they have different skills, different skills. So develop technical skills, it's known as polytechnic. Polytechnic means technical schools, where wood carpentry or maybe electrical or maybe engineering in a small way of car making, mechanics is being taught. One thing which I found very interesting was to teach them about environment, and a whole department of planting trees has started. Horticulture, agriculture, new agriculture, which here, of course, people call it eco-agriculture, which means sustainability, or tourism with sustainability, which I found in the hills. People becoming aware in Himachal, which is a beautiful place in India, near Kashmir. They started this very concept of tourism with sustainability. So we see that we can learn from each other, and from the developing countries and developed. Each country has a different problem. So developing countries have a different problem. Developed country has a different problem.
You can unmute yourself and continue, please.
To speak one more thing, which she said, Franca said about developed countries. The problem is cars. Every car household, every house has 4 cars, minimum 2. So you can imagine, even though getting into electric cars now at the moment is the hybrid car, because we cannot depend. We don't have electric stations everywhere. The second thing which I liked about London is the ULEZ and Delhi. Even Delhi has introduced the green channel. You cannot drive a car. Of course, there's MOT. MOT means the car has to pass a test every year, that they do not, they are using petrol, but there is no pollution due to it. So they have to pass tests. But still, London does not allow in its greater area any cars, except the VIP. Even the Prime Minister has to walk. So you see, these are ways of making your very polluted area to keep clean and without pollution. So the uproar we can do about it, if Delhi can introduce, London can introduce, I think we all can do it. The very busiest places are doing it. We can, if you are thinking about our country, thinking about the world, because as we say, we cannot change the world. We can change ourselves. So we change ourselves first. The change begins from us. The peace begins from us. And then we can contribute in that way. So these are few examples, because I travel in both countries and have seen both developing and developed. These are few things which are very insightful, Perhaps you might know that Euless area in London where you cannot drive a car. But then public transportation has to be very good. So the infrastructure of the country has to be very good. That's it. Thank you very much. I think I've spoken too much. and thank you for listening. Thank you very much for listening, all of you, so patiently. Thank you. Thank you for your
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your contribution. All right, Dr. Nikki, over to you. Okay, all right. Let me get to the agenda and see what we've done and is left.
Nikki, Trump has written now that the big problem, termites corroded her house, her wooden house frames, and she was cleaning all the house. So sorry, because she had a very, very big problem with insects at home. Termites, I think it's their name. Okay, just because. Okay. I agree with all Jyotirmaya, very, very nice consideration, messages, comments about the climate change. It depends on us individually, society, family, and then all together. Because we have to change our habits, especially I talk especially about Western. I don't agree with the Western consumeristic life. I'm against. And this is what the problem of the world, because all other countries, for example, now China, no, for example, they see all the Westerns doing a kind of life with the technologies, this, that, cars. They want to do the same. Why shouldn't I do the same? This is a corrosive way to, because technology has put all men in the same conditions to understand why he lives better than me. I can do the same. This is the problem. Bad habits are very quickly to go all over the world. Good habits, no. Peace depends on a lot of factors. We have to study how to reduce poverty, hungry everywhere, but above all, to understand how to live every day in a different way, not with bad habits. But I feel so, because each of us is different. That's why I was educated so. My mother was a teacher. My father was, but they were rich, well, not rich, very rich. But I was educated to respect nature. I lived in a garden, practically. I respect the nature. I go to the sea. I know the seabed. I go on a rock. My sea is a rock. because I love the rock, and I don't like the sea beach, the bed beach. Sorry, and I am different. I love nature. That's why maybe I think so. I don't like emulate rich or consumeristic habits. I live normally, respecting my environment, not doing special things, not having a big cars. I don't care. I don't care. Luxury and see, this is my habits of life. I was educated this way, and it's difficult to change. But I see people, even if educated this way, they want to emulate other people, other rich people. This is not good. We should live and respect our environment, not desire of things. Things are material, non-material things, not important. So is the most important thing. And we have to, that's why I write poem. And Millie does, and a lot here, because in poetry I have a cathartic, I find a cathartic system to stay fine, to live better. I cannot explain because it's a very rich experience of life. Poetry could help the world, but each of us is responsible. Peace is the result of all these factors. We have to change before in ourselves, then others. But this is my conclusion. So this is
All right.
it.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Franca. All right, Trang, you're just joining us. Would you like to share your own comments? Yeah, Trang is coming in from Vietnam. Trang, welcome. Would you like to share your own comment, please? Are you there? Trang Fan.
Trang.
Hello, Trang, can you please unmute yourself? Oh. All right, pending the time we have Trang talk, Reverend from Canada has a question to ask us. Please go ahead, sir. Unmute yourself, please, sir.
Oh, what are the dates of that International Day of Peace? Because in some day I am the speaker, but I don't know the details on what date. Somebody wrote me that are you will be the speaker. I say yes, but I am in Dubai, so just let me know the dates and time. Maybe this question for Nikki. And one thing more, that we have a school and we want to write down that we don't have any means, no funding, nothing else. So we are doing by our own means. These are the two questions which I may be reply to me.
All right. With regards to being a speaker, being invited for the conference coming up, yes, further details would be communicated to you, hopefully this week. so that we can take it up to the next level. And with regards, excuse me, and with regards to the second question, yes, Dr. Nikki would be able to answer that, but that may not be on this call. Hopefully, maybe in a mail to you. Trang, are you available to talk now?
Me or Nikki?
Trang.
Hello, Nikki.
I think she's having a communication problem. We can't hear her sound. It's not coming out. Good. We can hear you now. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Can you hear
Yes,
me
we can
now?
hear you now.
Yes.
Yes, correct. Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. I just want to say to the questions for the 5-day event for the coming up soon, we will answer all those questions by next week. So we were just finalizing all our speakers. So Reverend Yule, I will help you with that
Yes.
question directly. Because now that we have all the speakers, now we're able to put everybody in specific days and times. So don't worry. It will all be sorted by next week. Thank you so much.
I will be ready to speaker, but I know the time, dates, and everything. One thing more, if there will be anyone, if I want to give a presentation, because here in Dubai, I don't have access with that full computer. I have to talk on that telephone only, which will be not feasible me to operate my, if I want to make some presentation. So is there will be anyone to whom I send that presentation? When I speak before that, he may play that.
It's okay.
Huh?
It's okay. Yeah. Someone would handle that when that day comes. I could be the person, but someone will handle that. Yeah, good.
Did Mark show the fundraising video? I don't remember seeing it. Did Mark show the fundraising video?
No, he didn't show it. He only dropped the link. Please show it, Mark. We're waiting. I think we all need to watch that.
Mark, can you share the video with us, please?
Yes, okay. Yes, I have the link. I've shared the link. So yeah, the video is in the link.
Okay,
So,
then can Joseph, can someone click the link so we can share it with the others?
Okay. Okay, let me look out for that.
Okay. Joseph, have you had time to introduce yourself? Just quickly before we close off.
Okay. Okay, great. It's a great meeting, everyone. I'm Joseph Akinola, currently the executive PR and branding for Global Peace Let's Talk. Yeah, talking about my background, I'm a humanitarian, ICT professional, and a media consultant. Currently, I'm based in Lagos, Nigeria, and I've been privileged to work with this organization for some time. I count it a great privilege to be a part of this team. And I also look forward to working with all the ambassadors here and senior officers, veterans who are on this call with me. Thank you so much once again for counting me to be a part of this. Looking forward. Bye for now.
Thank you. Yes.
And now the fundraising link, please.
Hello.
Go ahead, Franca. Go ahead.
May I say something?
There is a Trump pen. I don't know if she can speak now. If he has problems. Tran? Anyway, I will present her. Trompe? Ecco. Thank you for coming. I know you have big problems at home.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The internet connection is really bad here. Yeah, I lost some connection several times.
Could you introduce a little bit yourself for other people who don't know you? Can you introduce yourself?
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Trang Phan from Vietnam. I'm from the capital city of Vietnam, and maybe this is my third time here, but I'm still very excited to see you. I'm a poet, creative writer, and teacher, and an artist from Vietnam. And I work with independent artists and some art center here.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I got a sore throat today because I caught a cold three days ago, so still got a sore throat, so I could not speak very much.
So sorry for calling you by phone and come because
yeah, but I'm very excited
because
to
first of all, it's very late in Vietnam. It's late, maybe 11. I don't know more. So she is so tired. She had a big problems too. I thank you for coming, and we have spoken about the problems, ethics, the how to project something. Each of us can do something, prepare a proposal, a project, which we think to do, we want to do. This is this meeting for Nikki was about to let know each of us what to do if we agree with the ethic MOU, M-O-U, the system, the ethical system. We should sign a paper. She sent me. Maybe you did in the past, because I have sent to all of you. Maybe. So this is the purpose of this meeting, to understand how become a group more knowing each other, which kind of a project to do, and having some ideas. So other ambassadors expressed their opinions, and if you have an idea, welcome. That's it. If you have any idea, the proposal, for example, Rana, before she said to Milidas and Cinzia, you are most of you are intellectuals, poets, most of you, but researchers also, and like Ekran and Dr. Jyotirmaya from London now. She's from India. That's why she knows the two. She can compare India's world and the British world. And so she can understand the problems of pollution in India or in the UK. The problem for me, the problem is the climate change, the first one. Maybe I am exaggerating, but I think peace. How can come peace? Peace can come by awareness of all problems we are facing now in this third millennium, and we have a lot of problems because population increased a lot in a century, increased too much. And we have to face the problem of pollution, and climate change. It means desertification, lack of water, and a lot of and then poverty in the world, because more hungry, and so on. I have a continuous, sorry, the beep, 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 what's up. My life is inside the PC. Anyway, these are the problems, the same everywhere, no? I have written an article, for example, stakeholders, but also a smart city. Smart cities are the future of this world, but we have to change before. Some of us said before our bad habits, because we are used to do always the same things. We have to change. It depends on each of us. If we can understand this, if we could understand this, maybe slowly something will change. Otherwise, no solution. Peace will be attacked everywhere for the safety, for a lack of resources. The planet is one, not two more planets. And this is a problem of today. How to do something, how to project something, plan something. Each of us can have some idea. I have the idea of climate change. And so I have finished. If you have an idea, I tell you, because you came later. Welcome. Okay.
Hello.
I will try to write a project. I have no time, not much. I work a lot. Unfortunately, social media, groups, WhatsApp. And so 100 groups on Facebook, for example, a lot, too many. Anyway, I will prepare a project for climate change, maybe about climate change. Also women, I have an idea, but I will try to concentrate to do this. Okay, no time. I am really. You see me. I write comments. And now George is full of messages.
Can't hear you, Franca.
Beep. You here on all his group. And he gets offended if no one comments. I comment all the time, because I know tomorrow we will meet another day, another Zoom. Okay. We try to prepare a project, a plan for climate change. By the way, Nikki, you should register in COP28 just to have the registration. If we find fundraising, it's very difficult. I will go by my means. I will pay the hotel, I will try to go. If they...
Excuse me, Joseph, kindly, can you share the video? Joseph, kindly, because I'm using a phone, I can't share it. Anyone who can share, kindly, can you share the video so that everyone sees? Kindly, Joseph, are you able to share the video?
Yeah, I've posted it on the group, so they'll be able to see it there. Hello?
Hi, welcome everyone. I am happy with meeting you all. And I need speak water and water. I want to speak water about crisis about water. No life is possible. Water. Everyone most life on earth and give us the same special to provide food and water for people who do not have any water. Every day we waste a lot of water and food water in Bronzing is protect, but it's limited. Limited. Special thanks to Dr. Nikki and Dr. Franca and all members. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. She's a specialist, a researcher, a PhD, and she was studying, is studying now the water problems together with her husband, Dr. Omar. Desalination, I know he was studying about desalination of seawater and how to pay less. Because the problem of desalination is that of the price, a high price to have drinkable water from the sea. And it's very important is her research together with her husband. Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate the privilege of being on this call. And once again, we appreciate all our time being on this call. We look forward to meeting again same time next week. And if there are questions or further discussions, I think we can go ahead and do that on the group. Thank you so much. On this note, we shall be closing the meeting up. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye.
I'll share my.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Stay blessed.
Cheers.
Fine. Bye. See you next time.
you.
Bye. Thank you, Nikki, for this meeting. Okay, if you sign that paper, please do that. I remember I sent the paper.
The recording has stopped.
Ciao. Bye. Good night. Good night.
Bye, Nikki. Bye, Franca. Bye, everyone.
Ciao. Blessings. Ciao, Reverend. You welcome. I recommend you. Dubai. 8 times I went to Dubai.